Hi, everybody, and welcome to our virtual networking session for December 13th, 2019. I am Marilyn Crump. I'm currently on the board serving as president for my term, and we have Sandra Sessoms Penny and Jennifer Marone joining us as well. So, ladies, feel free to say hi to everybody.
Hello, everyone. Great to see you.
Excellent, excellent.
Hello. We hope you join in soon.
Awesome. All right, Nicole's coming in. So, hey, Nicole, we've started our recording, and so we're just introducing and saying hi. Oh, and yay, and Sonia's with Nicole. Hey, Sonia.
Hi, Sonia. I miss
you. Yay. Can you hear us okay? I don't think your sound is on just yet. Oh, there
no,
we go.
You're muted. Unmute your mic.
Okay, hey. Where are you all coming in from?
From Persnickety Crane Cafe, a new local cafe shop.
Oh, excellent. Well, tell them congratulations on their grand opening today.
Will do.
That is awesome. And yeah, I think that would be kind of a nice hangout spot for some of our meetings.
Yes.
That would be super fun.
It'll be
okay,
fun.
Excellent. All right, so what we're going to do is just like if we were meeting in person, we'll kind of like go around and make some quick introductions, like who are you, what do you do, maybe, you know, just a little bit about like what you're looking for this season, and then we'll start a general talk. So why don't we start with Miss Sandra Sessoms Penny over here in Hawaii. No.
Thank you very much. I am Coach Sandra with Inevitable Growth Life Coaching and Consulting, and I have had my business for 10 years now, and I did go to Hawaii just last month, so I'm very excited. I am looking for people who are ready to make great, fantastic, memorable changes as we end the year 2019 and beginning 2020. I am a coach. I help certify people to become coaches. I do have a mastermind group as well, a free one, as well as those that people invest in. I also have a book that's 2 years old now, but the information is always fresh. The book title is Inevitable Growth, A Fresh Coaching Perspective. So I'm very excited about being here. I do virtual calls all the time. So I think this is awesome that PWN has stepped it up. Thank you.
Well, thank you. And it's always so awesome too that we have veteran, what do you call it, Zoomers to help like people who might need help on that. So that is excellent. Okay, so let's go to Jennifer. How's it going, Jennifer?
It is going great. So Jennifer Maroney, owner of 2 businesses, Critter Sitters and More and SOS Support Solutions. So right now, I am just trying to get through the holidays, but my goals and focus are to be ready to jump into action in 2020. So that's really pretty much it. I'm just trying to decide how I'm going to balance running 2 businesses and make them both successful.
That is cool. I mean, I know that for some people it's daunting to run one, and then here you are running 2. So congratulations.
Well, like I said, Marilyn, you're my inspiration in a lot of ways.
Well, I think we help inspire each other. So I appreciate, you know, connecting this way, especially during this holiday season. I know everybody's busy, so thanks for making it. Now, I know that Sonia's there. Hey, Sonia. I know Sonia is recovering, so we're sending her good vibes as well. Hey, girl. We're going to unmute you guys so you can say hello and tell us a little bit about you if you're feeling up to it. Doesn't have to be super long, okay? So if you're ready, Nicole, let's unmute you. Okay, go ahead.
I'm unmuted. So Sonia is just saying hello because she's not feeling 100%, but we got her out of the house for just a little, and it may be a little much. So we'll be taking her home soon. So I'm Nicole Powell, and I am rebranding myself, and I am going to become your holistic lifestyle designer. So that's my direction that I'm going, and I'm just working on that and getting myself up and running. But in the meantime, I'm still offering my Arbonne products, and then now I've added in a new activewear line. So I'm out in the community sharing those items as well. And then I am currently the communications chair for the board.
Perfect. All right. If Sonia's feeling up to it, whether you want to hold the phone up to her, you know, I think that might be.
She doesn't want to.
Okay. No worries. No worries. But
I'm stuck, but I love you guys.
Well, hopefully we say some fun things that like energizes you in healthy ways there. But we really appreciate you so much for being a member, first of all, and then of course, you know, just adding your presence to the conversation. So you guys are awesome. All right. So today, and no, with virtual calls, let's just have a really fun chat that's going to benefit people who might be watching this replay later. And so I love where Sandra started. She was talking about, let's reassess our goals for, you know, this coming year. So can I start with you, Ms. Sandra? Let's have a little chat. So you help people do a lot of like reorganizing in their life, right? And really in their mindset. So tell us a little bit more about that.
As a life coach, I do like to get to the heart of the problem. There's always a little problem with all of us. And we accept that, we acknowledge that. And the fact is that we want to change that, to become a better person, to live our best life, and to live that best life now, not just in the future, but begin where we are. So I help people to understand what's going on right now in their lives. And that takes a lot of digging.
So with us, you know, looking at ourselves right now, and since our audience right now is our other members in our community of women, what do you think is the biggest thing as women that we could focus on going into the new year? Just as a woman.
Okay, just as a woman, we have to recognize that we are more than enough and that we are stronger as a tribe. We are stronger as a group of women because women empower women. We know how to talk, to empathize, to exercise compassion, and to make great things happen just by encouraging one another.
Excellent. Well, I know one of the people that is always encouraging, Jennifer. She is like, kind of like, if you get lost, if you are like feeling overwhelmed, that's really her business, right? So SOS, and it's really, it says it in the name, SOS, like someone help me, like SOS. So is that how you came up with the name SOS, Jennifer?
It is, and you know, the idea is that we're here to support and get, you know, into. I've started with my brand, you know, as the business gardener. You know, we come in and we get through the weeds, so you can go chase your passions and you know, develop those business prospects, and actually you can be going and working for your clients. So you know, that was it. So we're here to help.
That is awesome. And you've been running that business now for how long? When did you launch it?
That's a good question. I got my business license in July, but I don't think I really launched until about 2 months ago. So, and I did. I had a couple of clients that I worked through, you know, July, August, September time frame. But I mean, I would really say I'm in my launch period right now. So
wow.
I've decided, you know, what it is that I want to do and how I want to do it. And, you know, again, you know, the awesome support of my friends and associates through the Peninsula Women's Network have really helped me, you know, focus, which is great. It's nice to know that I can, you know, pick up the phone or shoot a message or text somebody and go, what are your thoughts on this? Or how would you feel about that? So
absolutely.
Yeah, right now I'm in my launch period.
Nice. I like that word focus that you talked about. And I think I see that a lot with the year 2020. Like everybody's using that kind of like clarity, focus, 2020, like 2020 vision and things like that. For you and, you know, and Ms. Sandra, I want to say stuff to Nicole too. So Nicole, feel free to, whenever you want to, unmute and jump in, but I don't know how loud
So
it is
yeah,
currently.
it's loud, and so I'm just I'm kind of here, but I'm not here.
Right. But it's kind of fun. But did you want to add something to, like, how do you prepare now that you're claiming your new brand and you're going to be talking to women about their lifestyle and really kind of designing it in a holistic way? Like, what do you think that we should be focusing on in this season, gearing up for the new year, in your opinion?
Well, a lot of people, of course, the easy answer is going to be their fitness. A lot of people, that 2020 New Year's resolution is, I'm finally going to get myself to the gym. But it doesn't have to just be the gym. You can get yourself out there and take a walk. That way you're spending some time with your family and being outside that way. But if you are looking into getting into fitness and you want to start out slow, there's a lot of different options, that you don't have to go out there full force, hardcore. And just setting yourself up for a successful year, being healthy. Again, doesn't mean you have to have a full regimen plan. But if you're healthy, both mentally and physically, then you're just going to have a great start to your year.
I really love that. Thanks for sharing that part there.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're talking about focus. We're talking about making new decisions. I know I had the privilege of spending time yesterday with Jennifer. And Jennifer, share your goal on your treadmill. I just thought that was like so smart. And like, that's a pretty good way to kind of like get to a different zone in physical fitness.
Well, I've become an Audible junkie because I can listen to Audible on my treadmill. And, so I feel like, I get to double dip with, personal growth or business growth and physical wellness. But the other day, a couple of days ago, maybe about a week now, I downloaded an Audible program that gets you from walking to running a mile. So, and I've always been one of those people who said, oh, I'm lazy, I can't do this, blah, 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 blah. And, and I don't know what made me get excited about this program, but I thought, maybe I just need to refocus and stop telling myself I can't and give myself the opportunity to do it. So I'm like super excited about that. I about a week into this program, I'm going to take it slow because I have a very slow, leisurely walk. I mean, it is. It's like, oh, the world is here. I'm going to take it easy. So, it's nice to have a program that's helping me push myself. And even this morning, I will say last night, I may have had a couple of beers. And I woke up thinking, man, I'm not going to get on the treadmill today. But then I was like, yeah, I can still do this. It's okay. I'm not hungover. I'm just a little tired. So,
and I love, I like how you just said, it reminds me of things that I know Miss Sandra teaches about, Coach Sandra teaches, because you said, I thought of myself as that this is not me. I don't exercise. Now, when it comes to goals, and sorry should I call you Coach Sandra or Miss Sandra? I'm just so used to.
Call me Sandra. That's my name.
So Sandra, for anybody who's having a difficult time kind of letting go of their old ideas of who they are, what are like the biggest tools that they can like look into now to help them in that decision?
That is a fabulous question. And what I would recommend they do is to ask themselves, what did the old ways give to them? How did it help them in any way, shape, or form? And if they realize that it has no purpose, let it go, let it go.
Oh, will you post that on your Facebook page and then I'll share it on mine?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I love that.
I love that too. And I hope that, in some of these things, feel free to share it with our group. Now, for some of you watching, you're probably saying, okay, I'm so lost. Like, I see we have a Facebook group. I know we have our membership site. We have a Facebook page. What is going on? What do I do to make sure that I'm using everything correctly? Well, before our members only touch point, we had our back end site where you can just log in, make some changes, but there's no engagement or interaction in that website. So what we wanted to do was create something that was more mobile friendly, because we know like you women are on the go, I'm on the go. I mean, we're handling stuff. Jennifer's walking doggies, you know, there's stuff that we're like not always tethered to our computer. And one thing about Facebook, it's fun, it's great, but when we're using that as our only touch point, it can get distracting. So I was like a victim of that, because I'll go, I got to get into the forum, and then I go in the forum, and then someone sends me a message that's not related to PWN, and then I got to go, oh, let me check what someone sent me. Oh, someone updated something. And before you knew it, I was like, I forgot why I was going into the PWN Facebook part for, because it got so distracting. So so with Jennifer's help and the rest of the board, we were able to like make a transition to say, hey, we want to make sure you have like a platform that's a little bit more quiet and easy, and we can share different information. Our power groups now also have a way to make sure that they can connect quickly with new members, or even people who need to re-up their membership and stuff. If you don't see them in the portal, it's because they haven't really accessed it, or there's something in their account that they need to address. And so we're able to see that all as a whole, instead of asking either an admin or somebody else, can you check on this for me? So it helps our groups function a whole lot better. So it's very exciting. Now for the Facebook group, here's what we want you to do. Anyone who you're connecting to as a woman who's local to us, add them to the Facebook group. So what we're doing is, it's kind of like our preview world, almost like if you go to Busch Gardens and you're outside the gates, like you already can feel the excitement because you can kind of see the tops of the roller coaster. You see the people going into the you know, ticketing booth and things like that. You're saying, what's in there that is so awesome that all these people are willing to go in? Well, you know, invite them to the Facebook group, and we get to share some stuff. What we're trying to do is make that grow, so that if you have an event or something that you want to invite them to, let's say Sandra has some openings in her coaching schedule, or, you know, Jennifer has a new team member, so they're accepting more clients. We have enough built up as a base to kind of spread the word. And so the goal for that is like, hey, if we can hit like maybe 1,000 people in that group, that would be awesome. It's free. We get to share some information. They hear about like all the things that we're doing. And it's just simpler, because now with algorithms changing in Facebook, they are emphasizing the use of groups more. Okay, so we want to get on board with that, and think of your own business as well. Is there a group you can start for your business? Can it be and I know Sandra has a group. Jennifer, do you have a group for your pet lovers in the area, like Hampton Roads pet lovers, that you can start as a group?
That's a great idea.
Yeah, so then that way they're kind of connecting all in the same sense of they love, you know, connecting because of their pets. But then anytime you want to say, hey, we have some openings, or make sure that you contact us now to schedule for your next big holiday away, then you have a bigger, broader kind of audience. And because Facebook is pushing those groups, it'll actually get more traction for your business instead of just the pages. Now, speaking of the pages, we have some pretty fun things coming up, and we're going to debut some stuff. But since you're on this call, and if you're watching, we'll go ahead and tell you, because why not? We're going to start. It's so exciting. We're going to start a video membership roster. Directory. Yeah. So it's a directory. So what's nice about video directories is that you get a better sense of who everybody is. And just like we did our introductions, and I don't think I did my introduction, but but I can give you the sample now. So the introduction on that site, let's say you're looking for a business coach or a strategist. So you would go into PWN and find our membership directory. And then what you'll find is really cool videos that say, hi, I'm Marilyn Crump. I'm a business owner, also business coach, and a mentor. And you can contact me at artspired.com. I help women, business owners, really find best solutions on their strategy, help them revamp branding, and also just give them a better feel for what their plans are supposed to be to lead them to success. So if you'd like to contact me, my phone number is 757-768-9033, and I'd love to hear from you. You know, so it's like that quick. It's short enough that we can share it on our Instagram. So let's say Sandra does her video. We're going to say, you know what, today, especially, you know, we would love to highlight certain thought leaders in our own group. So we're going to put our Instagram, say, keep swiping, or here's our showcase of like strong women or women who lead power groups. We want to keep sharing you in different ways so that people go, wow, this is so interesting. And it's more personable and friendly, and you're giving yourself good traction because we want to link to your social media as well. So it's easier to not get spammed this way, because if we just put a listing of people on their websites and emails, we've been like victim to spam, and people are sending stuff through that medium. We don't want to do that. And we also know that people love clicking on stuff. So if we can just post your video, they can click play, and your couple of different icons to lead them to your Facebook site or your YouTube presence, Instagram, whatever you got website, they can quickly go there and find the rest of the information. So what do you think of that, Miss Sandra?
I think that's a fabulous idea. I am a part of a couple of different tribes, and we do a variety of things. And so I'm a part of a Christian women entrepreneurs group, and we focus on getting the word out. They have like a what's going on in your job Monday. On Monday, everyone can post something. You know, there's just so many ways to get the word out so that people will know that we are available to do a variety of things for them. So I like what PWN is doing.
Yay! So we want to make the format pretty simple. So what we're going to do is post like, here's the criteria that we would like. You actually can tape it yourself. Some people have a, you know, really good way to tape themselves on their smartphone, or sometimes I'll tape myself on Zoom. Like I'll turn on a meeting and record myself because it's just easier sometimes. And any which way you do it, it's up to you. I also tell people that if you do it yourself, you can use whatever filter you like. Okay, so so if you're like, oh, I want to do a glamorous filter, you can do it, and then, you know, then you can also re-record as you need to. So you just submit the best one, and then we'll do all the work on the other side of it. So I just think, you know, we're gonna try to keep innovating as a group and helping push each other too, because maybe we're going to run into people that are like, I'm not confident enough to be on camera. So then I'll say, then you need some empowerment coaching with Sandra.
All right, thank you. Keep saying my name. That works for me.
That's right? I mean, because why wouldn't they want to show up on video, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you ever have clients like that they need a push in that direction of being?
Many of my clients need a push. That's why they're talking to me. You know, they need that word of encouragement, and I need them as well. Yeah. So it's a mutual respect for each other's powers and abilities.
Awesome. So Nicole, did you hear what we said about our directory?
I did not. Sorry. We actually were sharing PWN with a potential member.
Yay! Excellent, excellent. Well, we're talking about how we're starting a virtual directory that's a video-based one. And I think I mentioned that to you as well. So I think it's going to be super fun. So yeah. So we're looking for people who want to jump on board with that ASAP. So as soon as I have all the things that I'm posting today, make sure you look for that inside our membership portal for instructions on how to get started. That way you can start practicing and then seeing how it works. So good.
Awesome.
Do you have any questions so far for any of us? Okay. We love you. So I just think it's cool. Like we can be like, you're sitting where you're at and we're here. The virtual thing has really been a game changer for me in my business. And Ms. Sandra, how long have you been using virtual services?
Probably about 6-7 years, because I use it through my university as well.
Wow.
To talk with students, to be a part of the meetings that we have with the faculty. And I used it, you know, every time I go on vacation, I can take my work with me and not miss anything because I just hook up via the virtual connection. So years of comfort in doing it. So I don't have a problem.
That's excellent. And I know SOS is considered virtual assistant. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So with a virtual assistant, like what if someone's never heard of that? Like, how do you explain what that means?
Well, I just tell them it's hiring somebody who doesn't need to show up in your office to get the work done. So and we use Zoom all the time. So that's how I try to connect with my clients now, is via Zoom call, versus setting up an initial consultation face to face. I want them to understand, we can accomplish a lot without me ever stepping in your door. So, the benefit to them is they don't actually have to have an office. They don't have to provide me with equipment. They don't have to worry about employment taxes. So it's, and they don't have to, be concerned about if we are working on the same schedule.
That is awesome. I know for networking, what do you guys think so far? Like, are you comfortable with this? I know you all are, since you're using it in your business, but seeing people this way that, maybe you've never met them in person, do you feel like you're connecting as well, just because we're here in this format? What do you think, Sandra?
I think we are, because we've seen each other at least face to face in the flesh before. And so we're comfortable with that. And I think that this allows us to open up, expand our networking, because there are people who may not be able to attend one of our networking events or power group, but they can come here and be a part of the whole plan of PWN.
Absolutely. I know that especially now we have members as far as Matthews County, and I think that's really fascinating, but Jean Howard, if you've not met her, she is so willing to come here to this side. She runs a farm. So we have a member who runs a farm. And what's nice about her farm, it's a medicinal farm over in Matthews County, but she does love hosting events. So she said that if anybody wants to go there, host their own event, especially if it's holistic and it's something to kind of better and empower people, then she is like, she's opening up her space for people to collaborate with her. So we wouldn't know all that if we weren't all staying connected all the time, that there might be a resource for you in other corners of our area that could benefit you highly. And we're taping this and recording this so that we don't lose some of the information. One thing I find with like in person, it gets overwhelming sometimes because everybody's talking all at once, especially when it gets to the networking part. I forget like who said what and what, they might have said something valuable to me, but then it's like it goes in one ear out the other sometimes, because there's the next person that you're talking to or listening to. So the advantage of something like this is that if we have it recorded, people can play it back and say, what did she say? Wait, she said something really good. I'm going to rewind it a little bit and play it again. Or I didn't know Jennifer did that. Wait, did she mention she didn't have to come to me? Yes, she did. So this is pretty cool. So, we want to do some of that. Now, Nicole's working on our blogs on our website. And instead of it just being like a listing of things that's happening, we have that in the calendar already. So we didn't want to feel like we're just reiterating the same information and creating busy work for somebody, but we wanted it more personable. So if you are on our site, you'll notice that a lot of the new things that's being posted is coming straight from the heart of Nicole, based on how she understands the information, and she's going to put it out there in a better kind of conversational sense. Now, what that means is that she's piloted this idea, but we would love for members who are very eloquent and love to write. So our authors in the group, people who do a lot of content writing as well, we would love for you to be guest bloggers about what's going on either in your circle of understanding, or just if you have a power group, you want to share different stuff. We want the voices of PWN, the women of PWN, to start getting more play. And like the way we're like shifting this platform is that everybody has a chance to be highlighted and really contribute as they want to. Hey, if we're launching like 30 blogs in 1 month, it's not a big deal, like instead of waiting for someone else to do it for you, like saying, hey, I submitted to Nicole and I'm waiting for her to post it. Why don't you write something that's going to benefit the whole membership and our community, write a fun blog about it, advertise what you do. That should be what the power of a network is able to do, especially in this day and age. We need to be pushing ourselves to take control of the reins of putting ourselves out there. And if you're running a business, that's admirable. You got to share and showcase who you are. Like, don't wait for people to do it for you. What we're just trying to do is support you so that you can be heard. And we're creating the structures so that you don't have to learn too much new technical things. If we're just assisting you, I think that's really the role that our board has taken this year, is that we want to be the foundation for you to leap off from. So it's going to be up to you as members to say what you really want. And then if we can say, oh, great, we built a platform, this is how we're supporting you with that. Oh, you want to do that? Here's how we want to support you. Okay, so this is what we're intending with our new platforms and new changes. So what some thoughts, because I'm going to ask Sandra, because she's an author, do you think that would be a fun thing for you to do, is to share some insight and blog for us?
I think it's a great business development idea and networking idea to write what's on your heart, to write what's special to your business, what's unique to your business, and share it with our community, because some of us just don't know. We may have encountered one coach in the business that we didn't really connect with, and then you hear a different person's perspective and go like, well, at least let me try, so it opens up opportunities for us.
Absolutely. What about you, Jennifer? You've seen a lot of progression in our network. How does this fit with the people that you know that we're serving?
Oh, I think this is, doing the right direction for the people who are definitely exploring and enjoying the technology that's out there.
Perfect. And we again are here for you if you have any trouble with it, because I know it could get overwhelming at times when you're having to learn just a new process, or if you've been a member for a while and you're used to different things. What we're not taking away from what has been there. And what I always find as a wonderful comment when I meet people who have experienced PWN in a long time, they're like, we love the camaraderie. Every time we go to an event, it's so supportive. The conversations are warm and friendly, and I make new friends. And some of the people that I hang out with in power groups, they become like my closest friends in the world. And we're, to me, that's like, wow, how cool is that? And I know most of us have some kind of professional mission. And so we want to say, yes, we're adding to the social aspect and the friendliness aspect, but as women, we're trying to empower ourselves to make our efforts like resonate even longer and louder. And so if we can help you kind of become that push. So if you have something good to say, something good to offer, let's push it out there and let people discover you in many more ways. So from the virtual directory to the new blogging kind of formats, it's definitely very member driven, right?
No, definitely. And I think that with just continually posting about it in our Marty network system, but then again, talking about it at networking events. Did you understand you had this opportunity? I think people will, for the people who have joined PWN and then realize they can't make the meetings and they can't or they can't participate in one of the power groups, they have a whole nother avenue to connect with our members now and to share about who they are.
Yes, yes. Now let me ask you guys this question. Would you ever feel empowered enough to lead your own networking segment?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
What was the question, Marilyn?
It's like, would you feel empowered enough to lead your own networking segment? Because I think what would be fun is that if we get you on a calendar to say that, Coach Sandra is going to be the next host for our virtual networking meeting. Please come on board, register if you can attend. watch later if you weren't able to attend. But you can add to say, hey, we're going to do general networking. We're going to go around and kind of introduce each other. And then I'll cover some points to help us, build a discussion. Because as you ask questions and build the discussion, you get to learn what's really inside the minds and hearts of the people that you're talking to. So instead of it just like, let me just say what I normally say, if we ask each other questions just like we're doing here, we actually learn more about each other. And I really like that. So I can see like, there will be a networking session led by Sandra, networking session led by Jennifer, networking session led by Nicole. I think that would be so much fun. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think it would be very easy to do that.
Yeah.
I think it would be great too. And I think it's also important to have members of the board present, to answer those questions that may pop up that the facilitator may not know all of the answers to, but to have board members there. That way we can learn who the board is also, to become more familiar with their smiles and their thought processes. So yeah, I love the idea.
Definitely. Yay. So it, like you said, Jennifer, then if they're not able to make it to certain things, I know some people have a difficult time trying to find a power group that fits their schedule, or they're not able to attend on a regular basis. And so their attendance would not be good, attendance count. This would be just another way to reach the other members, because I had a really fun phone call from a prospective member yesterday, and she had lots of really good questions. And I know people want to compare it to the stuff that they know. And one thing I was trying to say is that with PWN, you can really choose your own adventure. And if we're doing that as members, well, we need to know all the things that we can participate in. And the more kind of expansive it is, that yet simple, I think it just makes it much more worthwhile for the price. Because the question I was asked, are y'all gonna go up in price next year? And I said, nope, that's really been the price range we've been at for as far as I can remember. And now we have the monthly option. If you wanted to not pay the year in full, if you want to pay $12.99 a month, you can do that. This person was a little bit bewildered because she was like, wow, that's a really good deal, and that's not expensive at all. And I said, yeah, I think, for what I'm seeing for the value, I mean, you can't beat it. It's definitely worth it. So any other questions, ideas? I know that, definitely Sandra and Jennifer have been members longer than myself. So what kind of things that you want to mention? Really, the floor is yours.
Go, Sandra.
What did you say, Jennifer?
I said, go, Sandra.
Go, Sandra. Because she's a leader. She's a leader.
Well, I think it's important that we share with people openly, and I love this format, the various ways to do things on the PWN sites, the social media, because in my power group, I may hear someone say, I don't understand that. And so I think having an open forum, a networking opportunity like this, you can explain it, and you can explain it to everybody, giving them a heads up. Today we'll answer your questions on this facet of PWN, the website, the things that we have going on, the virtual blogging, all of those things. I think it's a perfect opportunity to get the word out. We can't remain where we were because the world has changed. So we can't go back. We may as well buy into this happily, because we're being shown in a loving way how to embrace change. So those are my thoughts on it.
Excellent. How about you, Jennifer?
I'm right there with Sandra.
I
was sitting there thinking, I could have gone to an in-person meeting today, but gosh, this was nice, not to have to leave the house. You probably don't want to know this, but I really haven't hit the shower yet. So
that's great, because we don't know like if you're wearing pants or not either, right? Like
I'm wearing,
but I have like
dog is not.
We're like newscasters now. No, it's totally like drizzly and it's so cold today. So
Right.
I do appreciate this as well. And again, like having it recorded for later is going to be super fun. Now,
I could see doing these, twice a month, in addition
yeah.
to our lunch socials, and our evening networking events, and the additional member hosted events that we've been organizing. So yeah.
I think, especially if people want to be the guest facilitator, like it's some people might be like, I've always wanted to facilitate something, but I don't have it in my schedule to do so. Well, this would be their opportunity to like be out there, be in the front, and really kind of coordinate one of these things too. So I know that our platform is pretty robust, so that one day in the future, if you have a course that you'd love to host and teach, we want to start looking into that. So let's say, Sandra, you have a 5-point leadership format that you can teach on the platform. What there is inside that kind of platform, in our platform, we can set up your own course, and we can even create a portal where if they pay for the course, then they can access it. So it could be another way for somebody who's a digital creator or just who teaches a lot of stuff. Let's say Nani was teaching about, healthy accounting or best networking practices, whatever it is. Whatever your intellectual property is, if you want to host it in the site, it's available for you. We can create a way for you to make some money in return for sharing your information, and then people can log on, buy that option, and participate in that course. So that's inside, available to us. We have not opened that part up yet because we're still coming out in different phases of the different changes that we've been putting together. But just to tell you like how expansive we could really technically go with all of this is very exciting. And it's really because we're kind of saying, who are our members? Oh my gosh, she has lots of skill sets, and she has all these contacts, and she knows all these people and all these things to do. And to me, it's a showcase of talent. Like that's really what our network is evolving to. We want to showcase all the talents that we have. Like let's not just collect business cards and just say, hey, we have thousands of members, but we never really connect and know what they can do. I'd rather it be like every single person coming in, like they can start learning about like, okay, how can I really share what my goals are? And then what kind of platforms are built for me that I can do that pretty easily.
I like that idea because we have a lot of talent. I recently met with one of our members, Amanda. Yes, we had such a fun time talking about our books, talking about our lives, and it's amazing how well we parallel. And some time ago, Jennifer and I did the same thing. We just talked. You just meet to talk about what's happening now, what's going on in your life, again and again, to offer encouragement for where we are now and where we desire to go, because we're always in the process of going. We're not standing still at all. Even at my age and stage, it's like, I'm just starting. Good. I want to do more. I want to do more. And so I ask for those things like, okay, I'm interested in this. I speak, I train, I coach. I think we can have it all when we properly place everything. So at this stage, I may be just a speaker and looking for speaking engagements. And at the next stage, I may want to focus on coaching, because I know particular times of year, people need more coaching than other times, like it's seasonal. So I am all aware of everybody has the same qualities of their businesses that they can share and project. So I love this. I love the whole idea of putting it up front and sharing it actually with the world, not just one person, but it's with the world. When I teach, I'm teaching students all over the world, So I think we have to think globally, even though PWN is Peninsula, our peninsula is bigger than this.
Yes.
It's bigger.
I love that you said that globally. One of the first things that we talked about at our retreat, we had a new board retreat, and we did say that we know the different players in our organization that's making a global impact. And it's really kind of fascinating that because now with technology, we could be based here, but it would be really exciting to share that, hey, that you work with anybody out there in case we have family members that are not in this local area. We could say, we know resources that we can share with you that's even just based from our, network. Because I know SOS, like you're not bound by a zip code, correct? Like, is that how that works? Yeah. So I think you were going to add something too. You were about to say something earlier. Just want to make sure. Jennifer.
Oh, no, I was saying that I was very excited about the idea of being able to purchase and download a workshop or, through the system. Just because there are several times that Barbara Smith has done, her branding workshop, and I haven't been able to go, because they're 4 or 5 hour workshops. But if it was something that she could record and then I could purchase on demand, that would be a great value.
Perfect. And I'm happy to report that she is working with a videographer, and they are working on creating a course that, so I think, there it is. It's like somebody who's really good at getting out there, doing her thing, and this could help her get more exposure, and it's not time sensitive. I love events. I love like the camaraderie and the feeling and the energy that you get from events, but I also know that when you do them, you're not catching everybody that you should be catching. It's just because of they have so many choices with their day, or they just, had something else going on, or maybe they weren't feeling well. It doesn't mean that they didn't want to participate or want to be in that event. Same thing with our networking socials. I hear and I get messages from awesome people that say, oh, I was really trying to come, but something happened with my car, or this and that happened, and, regretfully can't make it. And now we don't have to feel bad for certain things. So we can say, right, guess what? We have courses in here. We have virtual networking. There's all these ways to connect. And I always tell people it's a live platform. So if you want to just message someone a lovely note, find them in the members section, and you can say, you know what? I'd never reached out to this other person. I keep seeing her name pop up. I just want to make a nice introduction. What's nice is that if you're in the platform, you can message everyone directly. And it's less intimidating than trying to like message them through Facebook, let's say, which they may never see it if you're not friends. Because Facebook kind of cloaks people who try to contact you who's not on your contact list. But if you're in the same platform in our membership site, you're more than welcome to send someone a, hey, hope you're doing well. Happy holidays. Sonia, I heard you weren't feeling good. Just want to leave you a note, drop a note and say, thinking of you, hope to meet you in person one day. I mean, that makes it so much more like, oh, cozy, right? Like, it's like if you're sitting, someone's dropping you a nice note. It's a live platform. So we're a live membership platform as well. So you don't have to wait till the next meeting. You don't have to wait till the next, virtual thing, whatever. Reach out right now. You're more than allowed to do it. So any other questions? I know we're almost done here, but as far as maybe let's talk about your businesses and things like that. Anybody you're looking to connect with, like maybe we know somebody, or someone watching this later might say, hey, because you mentioned that, I do have somebody who needs that particular service, so I'd love to recommend. So let's start with Nicole. I know that you're putting out there your new brand.
We're too close. Sorry.
If you mute one. I was just going to say that you have a launch date coming up.
Yes, January 18th, correct? And I'll be just looking to network with people so that I can find out what they offer, and then I'll be able to provide that information to my clients if it seems to be a good fit. And in the meantime, if anybody needs any wellness information, hopefully I'm your person to go to.
Excellent. Thanks, Nicole. All right. So that happens if you hear that, if you're hearing something, maybe you're listening to it on your phone. Like I've been in some Zoom calls where somebody was echoing, and it's normally because the feedback from the sound is coming back. So just FYI if you're doing that. Sandra, feel free. I'm sorry, Sonia, feel free anytime to say hi. No pressure. You can. We're smiling at you. But Jennifer, what is it? I know that you said that you're concentrating on, just kind of wrapping up. You actually have a lot to do. But in the meanwhile, what can we keep in our minds for you and your business?
That's a really great question. I do not have an answer for that right now.
Okay, but just keeping you in mind is good, right?
That's always a good start, yes.
And you have a podcast for those who are pet owners too, correct?
I do, yes. Yes.
So in the meanwhile, we can be
Fido
listening.
today?
Oh, say it again. Say it again. It's a great title. Hold on. Say it now.
Did Fido poop today?
Is that fun? I love it. It's so fun. So yes, so there's some of us who are creating like podcasts and everything. So that's one of Jennifer's creations. So that's definitely something fun. If you have a pet, listen to the podcast. Valuable information in there. How about you?
A lot of fun with the podcast.
Yay! And that's another thing that we can link on our new sites. So if you have one, let us know and we'll attach it to our site, because we just want, again, to be a showcase of talent. We have so many talented women. Let's showcase y'all, okay? All right, Sandra, what should be in our heads to kind of give to you this season?
Well, I have a couple of thoughts.
Okay.
Because we have within our group people who specialize in the same areas, I would love to see a virtual networking of just specific topics, that they come together and they present to us. I would love to see that, such as blogging and something just to stir us up and to get us all fired up. I would love to see that. And secondly, I'm always looking to grow and invest in myself and encourage others to invest in themselves. And so I think we should have a topic where we have authors come and speak about writing a book or writing a blog or writing in general, the things that they use, tips and ideas of that nature. Speakers to come and do sessions on just speaking, our own people, hear from each other on what we're each doing, how we're getting the word out. I just feel like there's so much more that's been bottled up for a while that needs to be explored and shared amongst the PWN women. And I think we need to reach back and pull our senior members up, the ones who've been in, 15, 20, 25 years, to let them know that, man, we want to hear what you got to say. How is aging and staging and moving forward, whether you're retired or still active or volunteering in community, whatever you're doing to make every person feel like they're part of this program, this group of lively, lovely, loving women, entrepreneurs and businesses. So I think we have so many audiences that we can address from that nature. For my own business, I'm looking for anybody, of course, ready to grow and take part. I am right now doing a John Maxwell book, Put Your Dreams to the Test. Put your dream to the test, because we're all dreamers and we're on like session 5 or 6 right now. We meet once a month. And so I'm looking people who want something free and want it to be good. So I'm looking for whoever you know who needs the help, who needs the opportunity to learn and to grow. So that's me, Sandra.
Love that. Yay, Sandra. And I love it when you're at a networking meeting, because you're just on point with what you want. And then you reiterate who you are at the end. And I'm like, that is such a great way to
Thank you.
Tell it. So that's awesome. And then for me, really, if you're questioning, like, why am I still in this business? And I'm not sure if I'm like loving where my business is going, or I have a vision for making it better and scaling it, but either I'm getting intimidated by the process, or I just don't know what the next innovation is. And I don't want to work on something that's going to be like not really gonna boost my business in the years to come. So I like to be a forward thinker. So if anyone's having trouble just because they're stuck in their current perception of what they can achieve with that business, maybe there's another line item of an income stream that we can put forth in there. Is there a bigger innovation that you can put in your business and in your branding? That's really where I help a lot of women, especially women, but I do have some men clients too. So that's not to exclude anybody, but my whole thing is that if we can dream bigger, like Miss Sandra says, so Miss Sandra's going to work on your mindset in order to do that. What I want to do is take you from that kind of like, I got it, I'm so empowered, I love what Miss Sandra's taught me. And actually, we've had the same clients, which is pretty awesome because they've gotten so enriched by Sandra and that they're like, Marilyn, you know, she taught me so much. Now I want to apply it in a very strategic way. And so I go, perfect. You're my kind of client because I don't have to like chase after you in the self-belief department. We can now just work on like the fun and innovations and like tinkering with like the different marketing and things like that. And then I can say, and when you're getting super busy, I can totally send you to Jennifer, who's going to make sure that all those things that you laid forth in the plan is now going to get fulfilled, even if you have to go on vacation. So in one whole sense of a network, it is super amazing that there's so many touch points with all these different members. I hear people all the time saying, yes, so-and-so helped me lose weight. You know, she came up with a menu plan for me. I'm referring to Kim Giltum. And there's, you know, people who say I'm using Nani as my accountant. Boom, 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 boom. We're really networked in it. And I feel like, wow, like it just blows me away every time that there's not this big sense of competition. Like to me, it's like, who cares, right? Like everybody's in a fit with different people in different ways and different times. I think if we keep empowering each other and showcasing like that we're all connected, and then we can really help like be successful for, you know, not only just ourselves in our small circle, but as we expand, there's all these lives that we can touch in a positive way. So this is exciting to me that I get to be, you know, a big hand in the process, and that's really all there is. So just to end it, I just want your permission, ladies. May I repost this in our Facebook group as a recording?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. I just feel like we covered so many fun things and previewed a lot of things that are coming up, and it would be such a fun way to kind of put that out there. So, so thank you for the experience. And did you want to add anything else? Anybody else? Nicole, Sonia? Okay. All right. Well, I love you guys, and I feel like, you know, this is my tribe. This is awesome. And until next time, if I don't see you before the holidays, happy holidays. If you're going to come Tuesday, we're having a potluck in Port Warwick. We're meeting up at Art Inspired. We have Finn right down the street that if you want to get a cocktail, we can all head over there as well, eat some good food, meet each other, hang out. That's what it's about. And until then or next time, you all have a wonderful holiday month, and we'll see you for the new year. So thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Feliz Navidad.
Bye, guys.
Bye.